Hey YouTubers, it's me. I'm back with another pipe smoking video. This time I wanted to talk about pipe smoking on a budget. Um, you know, there are a lot of pipes out there, specifically briar pipes, that are really beautiful but also really expensive, sometimes in the thousands of dollars. And I know you guys, probably just like me, would all love to own a lot of beautiful briar pipes, but sometimes we just can't do that given our circumstances. And then there are those times when someone's just checking out pipe smoking for the first time and they're not sure if they're going to enjoy it or not, and doesn't want to, put out a lot of money up front just to find out later that pipe smoking is not for them. So this is about pipe smoking on a budget. How to go about getting an enjoyable pipe smoking experience without spending a lot of money. And as far as the pipe goes, probably the best way to do that is with one of these. The old corncob pipe. Corncob pipes have been around for a long time, probably since, I'm guessing, the 1800s. And there's a reason they're still around, because they're very cheap and they smoke really well. You can get a nice dry, clean smoke out of these. And another good thing about a corncob pipe is that they don't need to rest between smokes like a briar pipe does. You just empty the ashes out and clean it and let it cool down a little bit, and then load it right back up and keep on smoking, instead of giving it the preferred several hours, maybe even several days rest that you'd want to do with a briar pipe. And corncob pipes come in different shapes and finishes. Like I said, the one here is that's an unfinished pipe, corncob pipe. Here's one right here that's actually got a finish to it. It's been the bowl has been dipped in, I believe it's shellac, to give it a smooth finish, and the bowl shape is just a little bit different. You can see it's got this one. The bowl's a little bit more tapered than the unfinished bowl, and it looks like it's also got a little bit of a chamfered top to it. And these two pipes come from Missouri Meerschaum. They probably make the best corncob pipes out there. And Missouri Meerschaum also makes different shaped pipes. But those are basically the two finishes, but you can get them in some different shapes too. And both, this is a bent stem, but you can also get straight stem pipes. The best thing about corncob pipes is like I said, they're really cheap. One of these pipes you can get for, $5 or $6. And they're easy to find. You can be found at most drugstores all over the country. So that's really good. Easy to find and very affordable. And corncob pipes are not disposable pipes. If you clean them between smokes as carefully and as thoroughly as you do a briar pipe, and you take care of them and treat them nice like you would a briar pipe, they will last you for years and years. So they're not a disposable pipe. But, if you happen to drop one and it breaks, or, you just don't take care of it and keep it clean and, good condition, when it goes bad for some reason, you're only out, like I said, $5 or $6. So that's good. Now, if you're one of those folks who just doesn't really care for cobs, doesn't like the look, or for whatever reason you want a briar pipe, you want to go straight with a briar, but you still don't want to spend a lot of money, then what I would recommend would be one of these. This is a Dr. Graybow pipe. These pipes can also be found at the drugstore right along with the corncob pipes often. They're usually hanging right beside them, and they usually come in a little blister pack. This particular Dr. Graybow is one of their Omega line of pipes. It's in a smooth finish. It also comes in a rusticated finish. This pipe is basically Dr. Graybow's version of a Peterson system pipe. It's got the military mount to it. It's even got Graybow's version of a P-lip. And it's kind of, I think it's even drilled with that little, I don't know, little well down the bottom that's supposed to collect, moisture and spit to keep your smoke dry. This was my very first pipe, and I still smoke it today, and it's a great smoking pipe. It's excellent. This pipe cost me, I think this pipe only cost me $35. Here's another Graybow. This is one of their freehands. This pipe is actually a little bit bigger than the Omega. Whoops, there we go. The bowl's a little bit bigger, inside and out. You can see this has got their typical gray bile rustication on it, where it's been carved bowl. Now this is a good smoking pipe too. And like all gray bile pipes, they are filter pipes just like corncob pipes are. It doesn't have a typical mortise and tenon like any other briar pipe was doing. It's kind of, if I can see this metal tube there, and you insert the paper filter in there for use. I don't use filters with my pipes. Nothing wrong with it. If you want to use a filter with your pipe, go ahead. I just choose not to. So for $5 or $6 you can get a Cob, or if you want to go straight to briar but still don't want to spend a lot of money, you know, for this pipe along with the Omega was $35, but I've seen some gray bile pipes that are as cheap as $20 to $25. You can get yourself, you know, a briar pipe for that much too. So there you go. That's not a lot of money. And again, you know, the good thing about pipes is they're one-time costs. The next thing you need is tobacco, so you can have something to smoke in your pipe. There's lots of tobacco blends out there, probably hundreds of different blends out there, and a lot of them are made with, you know, lots of different types of tobacco and high quality tobacco, and they can get very expensive. You know, they're in some states, in some countries, a 2-ounce or 50-gram tin of tobacco can cost, you know, as much as $35 US. There are some tobaccos that don't cost nearly that much, you know, some maybe as little as around $10 US or so, but I've seen them as much as $35 US depending on the taxes in the state or country you live in. That can get expensive and prohibitively expensive quickly for someone. So an alternative to that would be what's called or known as OTC tobaccos, or over-the-counter tobaccos. Again, these are tobaccos that are found commonly in drugstores, right next to the corncob pipes and the Dr. Gray biles. Examples of OTC pipe tobaccos would be Half and Half, Prince Albert, Carter Hall, Granger, Velvet, Captain Black, and Borkham Riff. Those are just some examples of OTC tobaccos. Typically, these tobacco blends probably don't have the high quality leaf in them that some of the more boutique blends do, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad smoke. Now, some places will have, you know, the big bags of, you know, kind of a generic no-name tobacco, and sometimes those tobaccos are kind of bad because they're so laden with humectants to keep them moist, and the toppings on them to give them that, you know, a flavor, that they're just really wet and goopy, and it's impossible to dry out, and they'll just gum up and foul up a pipe. Now, if you like those, that's great. Go ahead and smoke them. Those tobaccos are really super cheap, but I don't personally like those. I stick with something, you know, that I like a little better. It's still cheap, and, you know, like Prince Albert or Carter Hall. Those two blends in particular have been around for decades, and they must be doing something right, and a lot of people must like them because you can still get them. You can get a pouch of, you know, Carter Hall or Half and Half or Prince Albert for probably, you know, maybe $4 or $5. That's pretty cheap. So there you go. With a Cob pipe that's maybe, you know, $5 or $6, a pouch of Prince Albert or Half and Half or Captain Black, Carter Hall, whatever, you know, another $4 or $5. So, you know, $10 to $12. You can be on your way to pipe smoking. Or if you want to go the briar route and go with the Dr. Gray bile, you know, for say $40, you know, you're on your way smoking a pipe. When it comes to the OTC tobaccos, I really like Carter Hall. That's my favorite. So there you have it. Pipe smoking on a budget. I hope you found that interesting, and look forward to doing some more pipe smoking videos for you. Take care.